This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Okay. Now, I know when we were kids, people would be like, oh, cheaters never prosper. And then you get older and you start gathering your own information and you're like, oh, well, it sure seems like they do, right? And then it just gets reinforced your whole life. The cheaters do prosper.
Cheaters do prosper. Oh, it's for sure.
You know?
Especially if you're a connected cheater.
Right.
Well-connected cheater.
Right.
But hey, enough about Congress.
So there's a new startup called Cluely, which openly boasts that it can help everyone cheat on everything. And it's raising a ton of investment money. They just got another $15 million in funding on top of an earlier $5.3 million. The two founders were kicked out of Columbia University for creating a tool called Interview Coder. It helped engineers cheat on technical interviews. So what does Cluely really do? Well, it uses an undetectable AI to coach people through virtual interviews and calls, basically telling them what to say. Okay? I'm sure there's practical uses. You know, you think about like negotiations and stuff like that. This would be good. I'm terrible at negotiations. Like that last horse we got, I probably could have talked her down another $700, but I didn't.
Right.
Maybe if I had Cluely, it would have been like, just say it, you dumb bitch. You know? Anyway, giving people information in real time, it can make meetings and conversations more efficient as well, right? But in almost any context, telling people what to say feels a little weird, doesn't it? But they're embracing it, and they're describing this whole telling people what to say. They're calling it cheating. For now, it sounds like it's mostly a desktop tool. It can be used to cheat on everything from exams to job interviews, sales calls for work, and dates.
Cheating at dates?
Yeah, because it tells you what to say. It tells you what to say. It's an AI that coaches you through interviews.
Like in real time?
In real time.
Do you have an earpiece in, or you got to look at your phone? Or what?
Here is a snippet of the commercial.
Okay.
I suppose they're using. And the guy, give me PC2. The premise is the guy is a lot younger than the woman on the date. Here we go.
So, how old did you say you were?
I'm 30 years old.
Really?
I know I look a little young for my age. I promise you, I'm 30 years old.
Here's your glass of rosé. And
Thank you.
sorry, we couldn't verify your ID.
Oh,
so here's a grape juice for you.
I know I lied about my age. I'm sorry. You're just like the most gorgeous girl ever, and you're such an unbelievably talented artist. Do you think you can just give me like one chance to show you I can make this work?
Can you give me some time to think about it? Are you free sometime next week?
Ooh, actually, next week I have this anime convention I gotta go to with my boys. Do you think you could do like next month? Maybe?
Yeah, you screwed that one up. But you can basically trick someone into thinking you know a lot about one of their interests, you know, even though you don't, because you're going to be reading off a real-time script.
Don't they just call that conversation?
Yeah, but people struggle with it.
Right.
And this is a way to cheat with it.
I'm just saying it's hard to memorize. Can you imagine having a conversation with somebody that's got pre-memorized responses?
Well, and this is going to be like, if you're doing like online dating, this is going to be
sure.
Online interviews.
Right.
That's when it's really effective, because you're going to be reading what the AI machine tells you. The machine.
You know how I prefer to cheat.
Number 12. Which of the following is a generally accepted graphical technique for determining first-order system parameters? Is it A, Harriot's method of solving qubits?
Harriot's method of solving qubits. The guys out in the van told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
So, the whole idea of that commercial is to show you that eventually you'll be able to do it in person. They just aren't there yet. So whether that would be through an earpiece, we don't know, because it's a startup.
Here's an old movie reference for you. You ever see a movie called Roxanne with Steve Martin?
No.
And Daryl Hannah?
No.
Okay. Anyways, it's a ski town, and this fireman who's really shy is trying to pick up Daryl Hannah, but he's afraid to talk to girls.
Okay.
So Steve Martin, they put an earpiece in, and he had a little two-way radio, was out in the van, out in the street, telling him what to say to Daryl Hannah.
Yeah.
Because he's so obsessed with her looks.
Right.
He's infatuated with her. But in the middle of the conversation, the police scanner from town breaks in.
Oh,
and
no.
while he's trying to say nice things to her, he says, "See the car on 42, see the car on 42.
Right. Yeah. See, that'll blow your cover.
It's one of the funniest scenes ever, if you've never seen that movie. But he's the guy with the big nose, Steve Martin, Roxanne.
Yeah.
Or like me, in other words.
So anyway, there you go. I don't know about the dating thing, but helping with interviews is kind of cool, I suppose.
Sure. Why not? Just, get your foot in the door and show them what you can do.
Sure.
Whatever. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, you can't teach me how to cheat at Monopoly. I know all the ways to do that. I should start a school called Monopoly Cheaters International.
Shame. Shame.
Loaded dice. Show up with your own cash.
Yeah.
Up your sleeve. Oh, yeah.
Like, why are you doing all that? Why are you even playing the game if you're just going to cheat? I don't understand.
Because I like to win.
I don't.
Winning is more important than getting caught cheating.
But you're not really winning if you're cheating.
Well, you won't know I'm cheating because I'm really good at it. So only I will know that I am the winner and you are the loser, and that's all that matters.
I'm not going to argue.
Moral fiber is right out the window this morning. Who cares? I'm undefeated.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
A woman in North Carolina is suing her former employee, Truist Bank, claiming that a manager deliberately put a Chucky doll on her chair.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend till the end.
No, you're not. The whole office knew that she had a fear of dolls. So she's like, bitch, I'm suing you. I'm going to get some money. Rocky Mountain woman filed a lawsuit against her employer, saying she was harassed with the Chucky doll, according to court docs. The woman said that the child's play doll was left in her seat. It was during her last week of training. A manager deliberately placed the doll on her chair. Woman stated the manager was aware of her fear of dolls, which she shared during a team cookout at his home. The fear negatively affected her disabilities, which included generalized anxiety disorder, major depressive disorder, and autoimmune disorder, something or other. The lawsuit also claimed the manager laughed after seeing the woman's reaction.
The curse of Chucky forever.
You're not gonna do yourself any favors here. The woman said she was treated by her medical provider on the same day of the Chucky doll incident, as we're calling it, and was placed on a medical leave for 8 weeks after being seen by her doctor the day of. That was to treat her disabilities. She said she was also newly diagnosed with PTSD after the Chucky doll incident.
Mm-hmm.
According to the lawsuit, the woman was cleared to return to work in August 2024 with an approved reasonable accommodation to leave work at 3 p.m. 3 times a week for treatment of her autoimmune disorder. The lawsuit said the treatments were for flare-ups that started as a result of
Chucky!
The Chucky doll incident.
Curse of Chucky!
No, I can't.
They make like 20 of those stupid things.
I don't know.
I saw like
so many of them.
I don't know if there's more Chuckies or Saw movies. I can't remember. I can't remember which one's which.
The woman said upon returning to work, she was given a new manager and an office. She was treated differently than her coworkers when she made mistakes, and she believed it was due to her disabilities, which I would like to remind her she also has generalized anxiety, which will make you think that everything is about you doing bad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She also alleged in the lawsuit her supervisors discriminated against her and retaliated against her, included saying her accommodation leave at 3 was affecting her coworkers because, well, they also need time off. In January 2025, the woman said she met with a supervisor who told her she didn't think this job was a right fit for her, and she can't keep using her anxiety and emotional problems as an excuse. Girl.
Yeah.
who taught these managers how to talk to people, dude.
Good. Yeah.
Like, just teeing her up for a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Woman said she was notified that she would be terminated within a month if she did not improve, which you can't do because it was a medical accommodation you were making. So you can't fire anybody for a medical accommodation. You cannot do that. Well, and that's why they're being sued, I guess. Following the meeting, the woman said she suffered several panic attacks. She met with her medical provider and was taken out of work for treatment of her disabilities. The woman said she was let go from the company in March. The woman is suing Truist Bank for infliction of emotional distress, discrimination, and violation of the Americans with Disability Act. She'll win that one. And retaliation in violation of the Civil Rights Act. She's seeking back pay, legal fees, and damages for the humiliation, embarrassment, and emotional distress and mental anguish she has suffered.
Somebody's probably going to say she ought to go check into a treatment center before she tries to get another job.
You know? Well, also, like, I mean, you could put this all back. That should something else have sent her into a tailspin? I don't know.
Right.
But if she's sharing with you at the team cookout that she has a fear of dolls, and that manager goes right in there, and puts a goddamn the scariest doll you can find in her chair, I feel like you did this to yourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if they can prove it, I guess they can. I mean,
you hired someone with a bunch of anxiety, and then you made her super duper anxious.
Yeah, you can't work. You know, how am I trying to say this? Yeah, I think bottom line is I'm on her side. I think she's got a case here.
Right.
Yeah, because if you can't work, you can be fired. Certainly, I understand that. But if you're giving her a reason to not be able to work,
right.
I mean, you're the one that's loading the gun.
Right.
I mean, so I don't know. I would probably side with her, I guess.
And they're going to have a hard time because she's going to her medical provider those same days things are happening.
Right.
So she has documentation for everything. They're going to have a hard time arguing against this. They're for sure going to lose on that, the reasonable accommodation.
I mean, they should have caught some red flags, before they hired her.
Right.
I mean, what'd you say? She had to leave work or something earlier?
Yeah, at 3 p.m. for her autoimmune.
I mean,
treatment.
I'm not being a jerk towards her, but she sounds like a nightmare employee. But they should have figured that out before they hired her.
Well, right, and within the 90-day probationary period or whatever.
You can't joke around at the picnic, say you hate dolls, and then 20 dolls show up the next day.
Right, and then you can't when the doctor gives you a note and you have to have a reasonable accommodation for a medical reason. You cannot then be like to that employee, if you keep using this, you're going to get fired.
Right.
That's how you get a lawsuit. Yeah.
Yep. Ticking time bomb, she was.
Right.
Ticking time bomb.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she's got the documentation. Good luck to y'all. You're gonna lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Weird stuff.
Yeah, totally.
How much, did she say how much she wants? She doesn't want to work there anymore, does she? She's not the one that sued for a finger in the chili, is she? Because now there's a pattern.
No. Let's see.
All right.
It doesn't say. But she's suing for infliction of emotional distress, discrimination, and violation of the Americans with Disability Act, and retaliation in violation of the Civil Rights Act. She wants back pay, legal fees, and damages. So,
hostile work environment. I mean, that's why that law is there. I mean,
you can't be telling people that they're going to lose their job.
Call it. I'll give you $5 if you can call this song.
Why do I know this song?
This is like this might have been the late 70s. My sister was jamming this. You know this. His name's in the song.
I don't know.
This chick was so cool. Alanis Morissette without this chick. I gotta hurry up and get to the punchline. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I know.
Jesus. Anyways, Chucky's in love. Ricky Lee Jones.
Oh.
Do you know that name?
No.
Oh, my God.
I know Ricky Lake.
Yeah, different. Funny if they would have been decorated the office with Chucky dolls and played this over the intercom. Man, she was cool.
It sounds like she was kind of bullied there.
Well, that's the whole point of workplace laws, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
right. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's see, what time do I got? Okay, a lawyer in Colorado accidentally called a female judge honey, and this is the greatest audio you're ever going to hear. And all I can figure is he just went into I'm debating with my kids or my wife mode.
Listen, honey.
All right, here we go.
This could have been 3 separate.
Okay, but it wasn't 3 separate. Let's go with what happened in the case.
But honey, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That
It's so bad.
I don't know what to say to that. I apologize.
Go ahead.
Listen.
The question here. I'm sorry. I've just been totally thrown by.
Yeah, I
my
can
mistake.
imagine. I'm a little thrown by that also, if I'm being honest.
Your Honor, I don't know what to say.
Well, go ahead. You've only got 1 minute and 7 seconds.
It would be funny if he said, I'm sorry, I'm a little thrown by that. And she says, I'm a little thrown by that. And he says, I think I love you. That not only would have been the end of your career, but would have been the greatest soundbite in the history of radio.
Dude, I feel so bad for him.
He clearly has a lot of losing arguments with his wife. Because when honey is like right at the tip of your tongue, yeah, you lose a lot.
Dude, just
you know
listen to how it fell
This
out.
could have been 3 separate.
Okay, but it wasn't 3 separate.
I know,
Let's go
but-
with what happened in the case.
But honey, oh my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I learned over a long career. These broads, they love to be called honey. I know for a fact. I do it all the time.
That felt more like his wife constantly argues with him.
Jesus Christ. These broads are so sensitive. Calm down. Come on. Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
That's funny.
he was so flustered.
Would
Oh,
it be
my
would it be
God.
too much to think that they were sleeping together, the lawyer and the judge? I mean, if he called her honey, no, that's not right.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
You know, when you're losing a case, I know when I was a lawyer there for a minute before I got into radio, and I had a female judge, and I was not when I was losing, I just throw it all away and call her sugar tits, and I'd walk away. I'd clap my hands and walk away.
Hey, sugar tits.
She goes, "Your argument sucks," and I said, "Listen, sugar tits. Playing this out from the beginning, maybe it's too much for you. Is it overwhelming? Do I need to mansplain?" And things would go really well. That is a funny clip.
I know.
I get it. I mean, how many couples use honey? Everybody
Right.
does. I mean, how many relationships have you said you called your significant other honey? It's so I don't know where it just happens.
I usually use like honey for kids.
I mean, you can use
Like
honey.
hun.
I don't think I
hun.
started saying it maybe until my 30s or something. I don't know. My parents didn't do it. Did your parents?
No.
Where does that come from? I just all of a sudden one day you're just saying it, and then you're saying it in front of other people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's up with it. That guy should have just put everything he had in his briefcase.
He just got up and
said,
walked out.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then said,
Just quit.
it's like, I'm adjourning to court. I'm going to go step in front of a city bus. I'll be right back. We'll pick this up tomorrow. And, play it one more time.
It's so bad. Okay.
I mean, could that be contempt?
This could have been 3 separate...
Okay, but it wasn't 3 separate. Let's go with what happened in the case.
But, honey, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That, I don't know what to say to that. I apologize.
Go ahead.
So bad.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy, actually. I'm sure he calls his wife honey.
And you can...
You know, I call Christy honey more than I call her Christy.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why.
Yeah.
Because I love her.
Oh, my God. Okay.
That's not even a good reason, and especially the way I said it. That's even a worse reason. That's even a worse reason. Honey.
Right.
I mean, you know, I think it's just an endearing thing you use. I don't know. Maybe they do it in the movies. I don't know what's going on. Hey, 3210941. What do you call your significant other?
The residual embarrassment is just...
Give me the terms of... No, I lost my calls. I had 2 calls.
I use baby a lot.
Baby. See, I don't... I know we have a couple we're friends with, and they call each other... Every other word is baby, and it's so nauseating.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Baby, you want to get me that? Baby. Baby, are we leaving? Baby. Baby, what are we doing, baby? Are we baby.
Well, we don't do it that much.
God. No, it's ridiculous. I get it the first 300 times, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to kill both of you. All right. Hello?
Yeah, he's kind of lucky. Honey's a little bit on the low side of the SCOBY list. If he used babe, he would have probably had contempt.
Oh, yeah, babe. Yes, you're right about that, babe. Mom would have been worse. But, hey, I'd like to ask you one thing, mother.
Jeremy said, I bet he went home and apologized to his wife. Sure he did. Adam uses darling or baby girl.
Darling. Baby girl. Baby girl. Yeah, baby girl seems like, for special occasions, doesn't it? Honey just seems like a generic. You're at Home Depot buying something, and you're like, hey, honey, look at this fridge. I don't know. I think once you get in the pattern of that, it's hard to get out of that. That's my take on it. What's your hot take?
Just call her my main bitch.
Oh, yeah. Your Honor, my main bitch. Could, I like a sidebar with my main bitch. Man, oh, man.
Do hood court. That'd be awesome.
She was, I tell you can only get away with that once, though. I think you get one of those in your legal lifetime, and then you're done.
Right, yeah.
It would have been weirder if it would have been a guy. Then, might have been a mistake. But, yeah, I don't know. What do you think her options were? To just dress him down verbally, or do you think she could have...
she could have made him regret it for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
It made her look pretty cool. She kind of went with the flow. She goes, yeah, you feel awkward. How do you think I feel? Because I ain't your baby. And then the lawyer says, I don't see no ring on it. Hi, how's it going? Hello?
Johnny.
Yes, buddy. Duder.
Good morning, bud. It's Animal. How are you?
Animal. What's going on? This guy's got the potty mouth, isn't it?
Hey, you're not going to believe this, man. I drive a non-medical van, and I haul handicapped people around. And believe it or not, what happened to me yesterday real quick was I hauled this lady back to unloaded my van, hauled her up to her assisted living home, and said, have a good day, dear. And believe it or not, she called my work and turned me in by saying dear.
No!
And offended her.
No!
I kid you not. She said, dear, offended her.
That's effed up.
No, I didn't get written up, thank God. But isn't that crazy, man?
Oh,
that's
man.
So
I
crazy.
have never heard of such a thing. That's what you call...
I joked with my boss, and I said, well, next time I haul her, I'm going to drop her off and say, have a great day, bitch.
No, because they'll know exactly who told you to do it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh,
no, but honest to God, buddy, I've said honey, sweetheart, dear, and all that all my life. I'm not going to stop now.
I'm not either. I like it. Now,
dear is like such like that is like the
generic.
Most
it's
basic.
the most. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Like
it's
you
the
can
most
call
basic.
anyone dear.
When my boss called me, she said that she turned me in and said dear offended her. I could not believe it.
And when you're helping somebody, you can especially say that.
Right.
Because
exactly. Thank you, guys.
Right.
You got it.
All right. Thank you, dear.
Well, hey, have a great day. Stay cool. Bye.
All right, baby. Bye. All right, baby cakes. We'll talk to you soon.
Stop.
All right, honey.
It's making me uncomfortable.
Right. See you, honey. Oh man, now that just sucked the life right out of my day.
Yeah. Adam goes, "Would the main bitch please acknowledge the new evidence being presented?" I called my wife Muffin. I don't know where it came from, but it stuck. That's cute.
That's cute. Those are just little names that you guys only. What was it in Ghost?
She calls me Butthead, and her name is Butthole for the past 8 years. It goes on her birthday and Christmas presents.
That's perfect. That is perfect. To my sweet little butthole. Oh, no, I was thinking of Ghost. I forgot what their word was, but it was ditto. Remember that? He wouldn't say, Patrick Swayze wouldn't say I love you back. He'd say ditto.
Yeah.
Until he became a ghost.
Until he was dead.
And he said, crap, I do love you. Mm-hmm. And then she goes, ditto, ghost asshole. You remember that scene? Mm-hmm. Yeah, very aggressive ending.
It was.
Very aggressive ending. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Throwing grandma out of the back of the service van in her wheelchair and go, how'd that feel, dear? I feel bad for that guy. I want to hug that guy.
Just saying, have a good day, dear. That's enough to get you written
Well, that's
up.
probably, that's something I feel like you get from your mother.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't call a strange woman dear that I just met. But I mean, when you're in the process of service of someone, am I off on that?
No, I don't know. Like, I call people dear a lot, like when I haven't talked to them in a long time and they message, I'll be like, oh my, it's good to hear from you, dear, you know, whatever.
Yes, because you're trying you're trying to add a layer of caring.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Like a term of endearment.
And it's such a, I don't know. There's nothing like romantic or sexual attached to that word at all. For me, anyway. I've never thought about it that way. It's always been more of like a nurturing or a loving or, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Dear.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, if there's, so no more. Just stop talking to people. Why don't we just stop talking?
Hey, you. Have a good day, you. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Don't talk. And maybe that's why people don't want to talk.
It is 100%.
You know, they don't want to go through, they don't want to have to deal with whatever the potential drama is. I don't know. We're losing our conversational skills. I don't know. You can't be nice to anybody because somebody thinks you're either cheating them, stealing from them, setting them up for a scam. I mean, that's why you can't. That's why you can't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. I am a dish illusioned DJ this morning.
Oh, man.
I need a hug, dear.
All right, dude.
Please.
Well, just don't get handsy like you usually do.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
I don't know if you know, but today is National Pink Day.
Today is National Pink Day.
Pink? It's my favorite color.
Well, pink's my favorite color, too.
That's my favorite color.
We get it.
Your favorite color is pink.
Today is National Pink Day. It's a day set aside to celebrate the color pink.
I'd like to wish everyone out there a very happy National Pink Day today.
Showtime!
Yeah, I just saw.
Get the party started. Get the party started. How do you feel about duders that wear pink?
Oh, it's fine.
You think you'll get a straight answer? That's a gay joke.
It is a gay joke. I mean, during Pride Month.
Oh God, your timing is amazing. Oh God. Hey, honey, stop clapping. I'm going deaf over here. Stop clapping. No,
my
I
right nostril will not quit oozing.
Oh, no.
Stupid.
Let's get a finger up in there. Work it out.
I need a plug. Anyway.
I have grown to love pink clothes. Shirts. Yeah, pink shirts. I have my favorite shirt right now is pink.
I don't even know. Are we still...
I love it.
Do we still pay attention when dudes wear pink? Is that a thing?
No.
I think it's gone.
No. Men are confident and unafraid of your silly little clothing reviews.
Yeah.
Your comments, your snide comments.
Yeah.
We will wear it with pride.
Well, who's ever making snide comments is kind of a silly goose.
And by the way, here's a concept. Wear whatever you want.
I know, right? Isn't that a crazy thought?
It's kind of weird.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well, yeah. Well, and it's so weird. You know, we just assign the colors anyway. You know what I mean? Like, why?
Right.
Why do we do that?
I think...
And certain toys and certain whatever. Like, just let...
Pink is the new teal, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to tell you.
I love teal.
I think if you reverse polarize everything, I think pink can be the manliest thing a man can do.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Man. Panties dropping.
Yeah. I aroused myself there, I think. I don't know. Very turned on right now. No, whatever makes you happy. Man.
Yeah.
Be happy on the inside first. Don't worry about it.
Oof.
And I call it salmon, by the way, not pink.
Well, salmon is a shade of pink. Not every pink can be salmon.
It is true.
Although, did you know? Hold on. I found out why salmon is pink.
Oh, this will be cool.
It's because of a pigment called astaxanthin, which is found in their diet. Wild salmon acquire the pigment by consuming krill, shrimp, and other small crustaceans, which naturally contain that whatever that pigment is, astaxanthin or whatever. Farmed salmon are fed that, either naturally derived or synthetic. So it's to achieve a similar pink hue. Because consumers were programmed now that salmon should be a certain shade of pink. It's just from their diet and naturally changes their pigment. Kind of like how flamingos are pink.
Oh, yeah. I love flamingos.
Yeah.
Speaking of flamingos, Gravy Boat Man will be in here in a little bit talking about the Forward Madison.
Gravy Boat Man.
The salmon story is a sad, brave story. I love the story of salmon. Swimming is a good trip. He left the ocean, swam upstream, pretty colors, long trip.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then it spawns, and then it just immediately dies. It's so sad and brave. I get teary-eyed when I think about it. How about you? Do you think about salmon much?
I think about slamming salmon a lot.
Same thing. And long, arduous journey to your girlfriend's house on a Tuesday night. You expend all your energy and your organs start failing. It's the same. It's the same thing.
Kind of is.
It's the same concept. But no, I see those videos. I get so sad when I watch them. It's so brave. It's incredible. You know?
They don't even know what they're doing.
They don't.
They're just going through the motions.
It's just instinct. It's insane. What they got to go through. It's crazy. They just deserve a better ending or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Instead of getting eaten by a bear.
Well, yeah.
But it's all good.
Yeah, or fished or whatever. Yeah.
Circle of life, man.
Yeah, dude. The circle of life.
I love that song.
It's also National Kissing Day.
Uh-oh.
So there you go. Kissing relieves stress, burns calories, and benefits your immunity, unless, of course, the person you're kissing is sick, right?
What you used to call kissing in school?
Oh, we always just called it kissing.
You call
I suppose it's like necking or making out.
You call it making out?
Yeah.
Smooching. You ever canoodle?
What's canoodling?
Oh, well.
Oh, wow.
I really don't know.
Well,
I think it's making out. I don't know. Necking. Necking was like something they said in Happy Days.
To kiss and cuddle amorously.
We never said necking. I don't think I've ever smooch. But you give your. That's like when your grandma says, "Let me give you a smooch." Canoodling. I think that was back in the 40s or something. Canoodling.
Okay, get this. 1500 BC, the start of kissing. 4 major texts in Sanskrit suggest kissing as the custom of rubbing noses. Little Eskimo kisses.
That's cool.
Or butterfly kisses are your eyelashes, aren't they? After the demise, this is in 326 BC, that's the expansion of kissing. After the demise of Alexander the Great's army, they take their kissing knowledge from India and begin locking lips all over the damn world. Little sleuts. My timeline went away. And then 1300s, the Catholic Church outlawed kissing.
Oh, of course they did.
I know.
But there was canoodling. The unspoken canoodle was
with the children.
Was not spoken of.
Catholic Church, Pope Clement V forbids the holy kiss in fear that it would lead to other unholy acts.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. And the first on-screen kiss was in 1896. The Kiss was a silent film. It's shown for the first time with Mae Irwin and John Rice locking their lips. Yeah, kind of neat. All right, now, since it is National Kissing Day, I need to tell you as well, it is National Onion Ring Day.
Get to the good part.
So you should probably get your kissing in before you eat your onion rings.
Yeah. Get to the good part. That's it.
Friggin' onion rings, man.
Love onion rings.
1802, we got the earliest recipe for onion rings that we can find. John Mollard writes a recipe for fried onions with Parmesan cheese in his cookbook, The Art of Cookery Made Easy and Refined. 1802.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been thinking about it. Go ahead. I'll let you finish your examination of onion rings.
In the 1920s, a restaurant chain in Texas named Kirby's Pig Stand started serving onion rings. 1933, Americans are introduced nationwide to onion rings. And in the 1960s, they become popular when added to the menus of A&W restaurants.
Hey, and they hand make theirs. That kid told me. I asked him. He said they hand make their own onion rings.
Yeah, you're like, why is my bill $40?
Yeah, but watch it if you get the family basket. It's literally $112. And you will need a family of 40 to finish it. It's so many onion rings.
The family reunion pack.
Listen to me. At A&W, a side of onion rings is different than a family pack of onion rings. I found out the hard way.
There's one thing you learned today.
What do you think of Burger King onion rings? Whopper is my favorite burger, even over the Culver's. But their onion rings are, like, sad. They're tiny.
Okay.
I don't like Burger King onion rings.
So there's different kinds of onion rings, though. You know what I mean? Like, you got, like, the beer battered ones. And there's not even real onions in the Burger King.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's like deep fried onion flavor. It's like there's no onion in it.
Yeah, it is.
That's what's wrong with that thing. And Burger King is my high on high. The Whopper, there is no rival.
Yeah.
To the Whopper. Period. End of conversation.
I concur.
But the onion ring is sad and without onion.
Right. It's like a onion flavored fried ring. Like it's weird.
It's like a little onion dough circle.
Yeah. Yes.
So don't get the onion rings. Get the fries there. But man, I'll tell you, fast food. If I was gonna pick, I'd say it's a tie between A&W and Arby's. Arby's onion rings are exceptional.
Wait, I didn't know Arby's had onion rings.
Oh, to the F, yeah, dude. They're crispy, they're big, and they're packed full of flavor and amazing. Yeah. Arby's is bomb diggity on onion rings.
This is news to me.
Yeah. Well, you got to get out of
Honey.
You got to get out of Johnson. You got to get out of Johnson Creek there, sugar tits. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Popeye? You know what I'm saying? So Popeye says, pretty good. I stopped at the Popeyes up at the truck stop. You know, the one I passed out.
Oh, yeah.
And I went in to get the new chicken wrap, and I walked in. There was two baseball teams.
And you're like, no, peace.
He looked at me. He's like, "It's not your turn. It's not your day, pal." And I'm like, "Capiche. See you later." And that was that. So I got to get to the new Popeyes over here in Odana Road.
Yeah, on the west side.
I love Popeyes. No, they make a good onion ring.
I didn't know they had onion rings
They make
either.
a damn good onion ring.
Jesus Christ,
But
I'm missing out.
BK, I don't understand. I don't understand where their headspace is on onion rings.
Not a real onion to be found.
They're not even real rings. They're almost fused together.
Yeah, I'm confused too.
It's like onion flavor.
Right.
That's injected.
And it's a shape. It's the right shape.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to make your own hole, which I've been saying for 30 years.
That's right, dude.
All
Push
right.
hard enough.
Yeah, push hard enough.
Yeah. Tanner's, I got to shout out to Tanner's. Their onion rings are ridiculous. They're so huge. Do you remember the Tanner's onion rings?
Oh, God, yeah. Tanner's makes great food. We'll be back there for tailgaters this year. Good shout out to Tanner's. Yo.
Yeah. Tomorrow's National Bad Breath Day.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Hello.
Hey, you guys were talking about canoodling before.
Yeah.
Down here by Lone Rock, there's this little canoe shop, and this guy, he had a book in there, an old book, and it talked about canoodling, and it was back when public affection was banned. People would go out on canoes to, like, what people in the more modern days called parking.
No way.
No.
Is that true?
Yep, it's in his book. If you go to his little canoe shop, he'll be more than happy to show you and tell you all about it. He's very eccentric guy.
I would have never believed that if you would have bet me money that was where canoodling came from.
That is crazy.
But I guess so. That's a.
I mean, it makes sense.
That's a very unstable place to make out, dude.
So you should see some of these old canoes. They're a little more stable than the ones you were thinking of.
Yeah. I'm thinking
very
of.
spacious.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks, buddy. I believe him. Hello?
You can make your own really good onion rings at home. I'll tell you how. Just get your favorite pancake mix.
Mm-hmm.
Grab your favorite beer. Sacrifice half of it with that. Throw some steak seasoning in there.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oil on medium. There you go.
Okay. And
right.
that sounds fantastic. And then that's are those on a pan with oil, or what? How are you doing this?
Yeah, like
just put a lid over a pan and go to work. What about an air fryer?
The air fryer doesn't do good with a wet batter.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's going to get all over the place. Right. All right. Well, that sounds good, dude. That sounds good.
Dude,
that sounds like a good recipe.
I need to bring it up.
All right, man.
He's out of here. We don't even have plans for dinner. I might be making some homemade onion rings.
He's like the recipe assassin.
He really was.
He hits it and he's out. I like that guy's style.
So, stop being a little bitch. Make your own onion rings. Bye.
Bye. The JJO Morning Show Podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.